Good morning, I'm Steph with TerryTown RV. I'm going to do the orientation video on your new Avalanche. Okay, it is inside, it's getting finished being prepped, and of course it has not been washed yet. So if you see any dirt, things like that, don't worry about that. Okay? Alright, I'm back. Somebody had to ask me a question. So, like I said, it has not been washed yet or cleaned. It's still being finished, prepped up, so we're just going to get started with the video so I get it to you. All right, the back of it, you have a compartment. The TV box is in here. If you choose to take your TV out and store it for the winter, you don't have to, but the box is yours. You can use it for the first campfire or whatever you want, okay? All right. Tow hitch, that is for a bike rack or a cargo rack if you choose to. 350 pounds. All right. Nice thing about this coach is it has magnets on some of the doors to hold them up out of the way so they're flat up against the coach, which is a nice option. Okay. It is pre-wired for a backup camera. What that means is they'll remove that plate that says Furion, put a camera in there. You have a display that goes in your tow vehicle, and as you turn the lights on the camper, the camera turns on, it Bluetooths automatically, and you can see behind you all the time. Our backup camera comes all in one as a backup camera, observation station, security camera, and automatically turns to night vision. So it is a great option if you choose to go that route. Okay. Ladder. All right. Yay. Right? That means maintenance. Yep, I know. Well, we got to talk about the maintenance. Maintenance. Get on the roof 3 times a year minimum. Okay, twice a year you're going to check your seals, front, rear, around your bathroom vents, things like that. It is lamp sealant. Lamp sealant is a rubber-based material that adheres to a rubber membrane roof. Over a period of time, what that stuff does, it will crack or bubble. Okay, pop the bubbles, fill in the cracks, and over the bubbles. That's twice a year. Once a year, you're going to treat the roof and the slide room roofs with UV blocker and conditioner. What that is, a moisturizer, keep the roof rubberized. If you choose to skip this once a year, over a period of time, the roof can shrink or pull tight, of course, crack, and then you have water damage. We want to prevent that, so make sure you do that part of the maintenance. All right, moving on to the off-door side of the rear coach, you have some storage compartments. Okay, the front 2 are through and throughs on both sides, and of course the backs are just back. Okay, side compartments, maybe for tools and things like that. All right. Maintenance on your slide room is this rubber seal right here. Okay, spray up over the top and down each slide room once a year, and that is with seal conditioner, rubber seal conditioner. That's once a year. Make sure that stays soft and not get brittle and crack and leak. All right. You do have one dump station, okay, underneath, and of course, over here is your valves for those, which I'll go over. Just want to make sure you know your spare tire is in the rear of the coach. All right, let's get over here. Oh, sorry. Your valves are on top. Okay, black, gray, and gray tank. Okay, they're inside your compartment. I'll turn a light on so you can take a look. All right, they are right there. And they go left to right. So this would be black, gray one, and then another gray one. Okay. Does have a light in here in the basement, so can see in the dark if you choose to. All right, we're gonna throw in the free bird poop if that's okay. No? All right, we'll wash it. All right, back of your furnace, don't block that. You don't want to cause any fires. I did level it prior to shooting the video, but I will go over some of that once we get up there. Wheels and tires, more maintenance. I know, I'm sorry. That's just the way it's got to be. Wheels and tires, maintain the air pressure. That is 110 psi. And if you forget that, it is located on the front off-door side of your coach. If you come up here and you look right here on this tag, it says 110 psi. I would probably run it about 100, you know, make it a little bit softer so it ain't such a stiff ride, but, you know, keep it between 100 and 105 minimum. All right, torque the tires to 115 foot-pounds the first couple of trips. New axles, new rims. They will loosen up because they are just like a car. All right. Now, grease buddies. They are grease buddies on them. You can choose to add grease if you want. No harm, no foul. but they do recommend repack the bearings every 6,000 miles or 2 years for wear and tear and rust. You do have a vent over the range for ventilation. Oh, of course, this right here is just a vent, no worries. You can see that the tube along the bottom of your coach on the off-door side, that is for your sewer hose storage compartment, okay? Super easy to get to. Just unscrew this little side nut thing here, takes the cap off, slide the hose in, cap her off, and down the road you go. Underneath your slide room, you have the drain, okay? That is for your fresh water tank, okay? As you see, it's open. Leave it open anytime you're not using it, for the simple fact is you want to draw mold and mildew if it can't breathe properly, okay? Well, the next is the water heater. This is the back of the water heater. All right, it does come with a cover, so don't be alarmed. I took it off, I know. All right, it is gas and electric. Electric button is inside, or right here. You do have one inside for gas or electric as well. So if you do have two electric buttons, you're gonna run both electric buttons on for electric, or just one if it only has one. All right, if you maintain both gas and electric at the same time, it's a longer, hotter shower. You can, it recovers a little bit faster. Your drain plug goes in here, which is the anode rod. Okay, this socket size right here is 1 1/16. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put your cover back on so you don't yell at me that I took it off and you got proof that I took it off in the video. And of course I didn't reinstall it. They do make bug screens for this to keep the critters out. It goes around here, and of course on your furnace to keep the bugs and critters, things out like that. The manifold area, that's where all the fun is, right? All right, outside shower is the slinky hose. Okay, I recommend don't shower outside. They frown upon that. All right, unless you want to spend the weekend in jail or something. We don't want that to happen, so use it for everything else but a shower. All right, low point drains are right there. They're just T-handles. All you're gonna do is pull them up. It'll drain underneath the coach. Shut them when you're done. All right, you do have black tank flush. That's a sprinkler system in the black tank to flush all the stuff and debris out of your black tank. All right, underneath that you have your winterize and of course your city connection. Winterize, hook a garden hose up to this fitting, put it in a bucket of antifreeze, turn the pump on, it sucks out of that bucket, not out of your fresh water tank. All right, and by doing that you have to make sure that you do the valves properly. Okay, water heater bypass, it's on. That means right now no water goes in there. When you're using it, turn it off. That way you have water going in the hot water heater. And of course, winterize bypass. Right now it's in bypass. So hook a garden hose to here, put it in a bucket, turn the pump on, and of course it goes throughout the system. If not, just regular water, flip that down, and of course it will suck out of the fresh water tank. Next valve, if you're hooked to here with a city hose, either you're gonna have normal flow or you're gonna fill your fresh water tank. Either one. Do not change any of these valves when they're under pressure. That means if there's any water in the hose turned on running, do not change those valves because you don't want to blow any seals behind the back panel of it. Okay, that is your antenna. Make sure the blue light is on for your antenna, and of course you do have a push button light in here as a night light. Okay, moving on. Propane tank, super easy. Valve is pointing to the rear on the regulator. That means you're using that tank. When not, use that tank. Only use one at a time. That way you know when you're out. Leveling system. LCI leveling panel. All right, the notes are right inside the propane tank door. So if you don't remember anything I say, you can read the good stuff. All right, see if I can get this open. All right, your main panel. Super easy. Turn it on. All right, you can see that it's solid green. I need to pause 1 second, please. Sorry about that. Early in the morning, everybody's coming in and I got to answer some questions. All right, so you power up, you can see that it's green steady. That means it's level. If you want to adjust anything per se, hit the retract button because we're actually level right now. So you want to retract, hit the retract button, hit rears, all 4 rears will come up. Okay, then of course you can, when you're getting ready to hook up or disconnect from your vehicle, either retract and extend. So if you want to retract the jacks to put it on the vehicle, hit that and hit front. And of course it'll retract the front. It means the front will go down. If you want to go up, make sure the retract button is off. To go front, it goes up. Okay. Once you are level, just like we are, you're going to go in the panel here. And it goes through and tells you all these good things. Okay? Auto retract begin. Let's go ahead and hit that button. Okay? See what that means? All the jacks are returning. So that's what you don't want to do if your vehicle is underneath the unit. Alright? So you don't want to make sure you don't ever do that if the vehicle is underneath the coach. That way you don't bottom out. See? So you're right down to almost ground level. And of course we relocate your hitch on the ground. We don't want to do that. Alright, so we want to make sure that we do not do that. So that just shows you what it can do. Okay, so as you can see right now, it's blinking red. So we're just going to hit the, we're going to go out of that. Oh, yeah. Let's go to the main panel. Let me get out of that. All right. All right. So we're in main panel, and it says not level, of course, because we're nose down. So I'm just going to lift the front up to get it semi-level, and that way you know that you can load your vehicle at this time. And it's just up and down by using the front button. If you want it up, just hit it up. If you want to retract them, put them down, hit the retract button first, then push and hold the front button. Alright, that should be enough to continue with the video. If you have any questions, feel free to call me, or inside the panel, refer back to that. Okay? You do have some storage in here. Your power cable is in here. And of course, you do have your lights. Alright? I call them the drinking lights. For the simple fact is, you go to a new campground, you meet new people, you wander off, you don't know where you parked. And of course, you can find your way back with the drinking lights on. Just make sure you're not next to another white Avalanche. You don't want to go inside that one. Alright, your hydraulic pump is here on the door side. That solar panel prep, and of course battery disconnect. Anytime you're not camping or plugged in, disconnect the battery. Okay? Battery will be stored here. If you got the convenience pack, which most people do, your battery will be here. Of course. You do have your storage here as well on the basement side. In here there's a light somewhere. There we go. Some small storage. This is where you're going to sleep if you don't behave, Dad. So make sure you behave and you don't have to sleep in here. But if you don't behave and you do have to sleep in here, we got night lights so you're not afraid of the dark. That is for your manual override for your slide rooms if something happened. Things like that. Alright, you do have a 110 plug and coax in here if you want to use that for a TV outside. And or 110 plug here for anything else. 2 speakers side, the radio inside. I'll go over the stairs momentarily. I'll probably do a couple of videos because the coach is fairly large and I'll probably run out of time. And of course the other side of the storage on the rear of the coach. Okay, nice thing about these as well is they do have slam latches, so you can go ahead and slam them shut. Okay, all right, we're gonna go over here by the stairs and go over that real quick, and then I will shut the video off and start another one on the inside. That way I have enough time to go over the inside stuff. Okay, all right, one thing you got to remember about the stairs is 2 important things. Door all the way open before you bring them down or put them up. This guy right here will hit the door, ding up the door, or of course catch on the door trying to come down. Second of all, when you level the stairs, make sure these 2 are flat as possible, touching. That way you don't bing up the bottom of your door, bend the door frame, things like that. Once you get those 2 things flat, and of course you need to adjust for uneven ground, your legs have pins in them. Remove the pins, move the legs up or down to according to the ground, and of course reinsert the pins. All right, you have any questions on the outside? All right, are you ready to go on the inside? All right, I'm going to shut this video off and start another video on the inside so I have time to go over those items. Okay, all right, see you soon.